Salam sejahtera and good morning, daughter. My name is Lee Chui Ping. Matrix number is X69885. Today, I would like to present my individual assignment for ACT 3513 Accounting Information System by using Microsoft Access. So first, we need to key in all the data. We need to create the table and save as customer. Then we open design view and key in customer ID. This data type we put as short text. Next, customer name. This one is also short text. City, data type is short text. Next, date, also short text. And the last one is credit limit. This one we put currency. Next, we go to data sheet view, save the table, and now we can start keying the data. Okay, now already finished keying the customer data. Next, we need to create the table for inventory. So we create table, save as inventory. Okay, then we open design view, key in item ID. Item ID data type is short text. Next, description, also short text. The third one is standard cost. Data type is currency. List price, also currency. And the last is quantity on hand. This one is number. Next, go to the data sheet view, save the table, and now we can start keying the data. Okay, now we finish keying the inventory data. Okay, next we need to create the sales table. Go to create table, save as sales. And then go to design view, type invoice. Data type for invoice is short text. Next, sales date. Data type for this is date or time. Salesperson, also short text. Next, customer ID, also short text. And the last is amount. This one we put currency. Then we go to data sheet view, save table, and start keying the data. Now finish keying the sales data. Okay, now we need to create the table for the sales inventory. Then we open design view, key in invoice. Data type is short text. Next, item ID, also short text. Quantity is number. Sales price. Data type is currency. So as we can see, there are some same invoice number. So we need to select invoice row and unselect primary key. So if we select the primary key, the system do not allow us to key in the same invoice number. So we save the table, and now we can start keying the data. So all the data already finished keying. So I will start answer the question. Before answer the query, we need to build the relationship between these four tables. So we go to database tools, relationship, add tables, add all of this table. Okay. Customer table can link to the sales table with the customer ID. So we select this and create. Next, sales table can connect to the sales inventory with the invoice. And the sales inventory can link to the inventory with the item ID. So now the relationship between this table already built, and we close it and save. So now I will start answer the question. Question A. For which items are there at least 100 units in quantity on hand? So we need the inventory table because we need the item and quantity on hand. So we go to create, query design, and we select inventory table. Then we put item ID, description, quantity on hand. And the criteria under quantity on hand, we type symbol more than equal 100. Then we run it. So this is query A. Next, what were the item numbers, price, and quantity of each item sold on invoice number 103? So for the question B, we need the sales inventory table. So we go to create, query design, and we select, double click the sales inventory table. Then we put invoice, item ID, sales price, and quantity. And the criteria under invoice, we type 103. Then we run it. So the invoice number is shown in the table. If we do not want the invoice number 103 shown in this table, we can go back to the design view and unclick this. And then we run it again. So this is the table without showing the invoice number, and we save as query B. Next, which customer make purchases from Martinez? Provide customer name and salesperson. Show customer names only once even if they purchase from Martinez multiple times. So for the query C, we need the customer name from the customer table and the salespersons from the sales table. So we go to create query design and we select customer and sales table. Then we select customer name and salesperson. Under the salesperson criteria, we type Martinez. Then we run it. So as we can see, there is repeated customer name. So we need to select totals and group by. Then we run it again. So the customer name is only shown once. So this is answer for the query C. Next, list invoice, sales date, salesperson, customer name, and amount for invoice. Whole amount is more than 1,500. Sort the amount from largest to smallest. So for the query D, we also need the customer name from the customer table and the data from the sales table. So we go to query design and we insert these two tables. Then we select invoice, sales date, salesperson, customer name, and the amount. The criteria under the amount, we type the symbol more than 1,500. Then we need to sort the amount in the descending order. Then we run it. So this is the answer for the query D. Next, list invoice item ID description sales price list price quantity and compute the extension, which is sales price multiplied by quantity for all items sold, where the sales price is different than the list price, sort by item ID in descending order. So for the query E, we need the data from the inventory and sales inventory table. So we go to create query design and we select these two tables. First, we put invoice, item ID, description, sales price, list price, quantity. And for the extension, we need to right click and build, and we type extension. Sales price is from the sales inventory, so we double click this, then multiply by quantity. Then we click OK. Next, we select totals, and group by we choose expression. And the sales price is different than the list price. So the criteria under the sales price, we need to type symbol smaller than and bigger than, which is symbol not equal to list price. Then the item ID need to sort in descending order. Next, we run it. So this is the query E. Next, compute the profit margin for each item sold. Calculate the profit margin as sales price minus by the standard cost and divide by sales price. List invoice, sales date, item ID, sales price, quantity, and compute profit margin. Sort by profit margin in descending order. So for the query F, we need the standard cost from the inventory, sales price from the sales inventory, and the data from the sales table. So we go to create, query design, and we import these three tables. Then we put invoice, sales date, item ID, sales price, quantity. Then we right click, build, and type profit margin. Sales price is from the sales inventory, so we double click this, then minus standard cost from the inventory. Then divide by the sales price. Then we click OK. Next, we select totals. Group by, we need to change to expression. And the profit margin need to sort in the descending order. And then we run it. So this is the answer. And we save as query F. Next, compute the profit for each line of the invoice. Calculate the profit as sales price minus by the standard cost and multiply by the quantity. List invoice, sales date, item ID, sales price, quantity, and compute profit. Sort by invoice in ascending, then profit in descending order. So for the question G, we also need the data related to the inventory, sales, and sales inventory table. So we go to create query design, and we select these three tables. First, we put invoice, sales date, item ID, sales price, quantity, and the profit. We need to right click, view, and type profit. Then the sales price from the sales inventory minus inventory standard cost, then multiply by the quantity. Then we click OK. Next, we select totals and we change to expression. And the profit need in the descending order, so we sort in descending. Then the invoice in the ascending order. Next, we run it. So this is the answer. And we save as query G. Next, how many sales transactions were made in October? Name your output column number of sales. So for the question hash, is related to the sales table because it needs the sales date. So we go to create query design and we double click the sales table. Then we select sales date. Criteria we type between 1st October 2018 and 31st October 2018. Next, we type number of sales. Invoice. Then we select totals. Group by we change to count. And the sales date group by we change to where. Then we run it. So this is the answer for the query hash. Next, how many customers live in Arizona? List the state and count of customer. So the Arizona short form is AZ. So for the query I is related to the customer table. So we go to create query design and we select customer table. Then we select state and the criteria we type AZ. Next, we type count of customer ID. Then we select totals. Group by we need to change to the count. Then we run it. So this is the answer and we save as query I. Next, how many customers live in each state? List the state and count of customer. Sort the list alphabetically by state. So for the query J, we also need the customer table. So we go to create query design and we select customer. Next, we select state. Then we type count of customer. Customer ID. Next, we select totals. Group by, we change to count. And then the state need to sort in ascending order. Then we run it. So this is the answer for the query J. Next, how much did each salesperson sell based on sales amount? List salesperson and total amount. Sort from the largest total amount to smallest. So for the question K is related to the sales table. Then we go to create query design and we insert sales table. Next, we select salesperson and we type total amount. Then we click totals and group by, we change to sum. And the total amount we need to sort in descending. So we run it. So this is the answer for the query K. Next, how many units of each item was sold? List item ID, description, and total sold. Sort on total sold in ascending order. So for the query L, it is related to the inventory table and sales inventory because we need the quantity. So we go to create query design and we select these two tables. Next, we put item ID, description, and we type total sold quantity. Then we click totals. Group by we change to sum. Then sort the total sold in the ascending order and we run it. So this is the answer and we save as query L. Now we already complete all the questions. That's all from me. Thank you.